we're following this platoon, this new platoon, and this new staff sergeant, actually played by Aaron Eckhart, and he's, you know, kind of on the brink of retirement. He's ready to retire. He's signing his papers, ready to go, and he's pulled back in because we have some enemy force that's really coming in, and they're brutally attacking us on our land. So he joins this platoon, the 2-5, which they have their lieutenant, who's played by me, Lieutenant Martinez, who's a young lieutenant just out of school and eager and hungry and ambitious to kind of get into war, and thinks he knows what he's kind of getting himself into, but soon finds out he's way over his head. And I think the entire platoon, including the staff sergeant, find out that this is a serious war, and the enemy is really violent and aggressive, and they're coming straight to conquer. And so they find themselves in a really thick situation. Our mission at that point is to find these civilians. There's some civilians that we found out that need rescuing. So we're out there trying to find them. Lieutenant's looking at his map, trying to find where he's going. And, you know, it's a really tense moment. We're walking through this fog. We've kind of gotten a glimpse of the damage that these aliens have done. And, you know, everyone's on their toes, and all of a sudden we see something coming from down the street, or we hear something, and then it's a dog. And it's like we think there's nothing of it. But little do we know that the aliens are kind of, they're all posted up all around us, surrounding us. And the lieutenant makes a call to kind of take off, peel out the back. We find an alley, we get away. However, we end up going right into an ambush. So what it shows is that these aliens are strategic. They're militarily trained almost, like we are. They think the way we would in terms of military, and it was a setup. So I thought that was pretty cool. It shows that they are intelligent, and they have some type of military structure, and even the way they're biomechanically made up. You know, they have their weapons, you know, surgically attached to their bodies, which I thought was also cool. A young lieutenant, which is my character, can outrank a staff sergeant, which is Nance's character, who's a veteran. You know, I would almost think it would be the opposite. You know, you would want the veteran who's been through war, who's had experience, to kind of lead your troops into a war. However, it's this lieutenant, this young lieutenant right out of school, who's kind of making these huge decisions. He's got to call the shots. So there's this kind of like struggle where this, you know, my character really wants to, you know, he wants to be in war. He's eager to kind of get out there and get into action, and he wants to prove himself. You know, he's done all his, you know, he was first of his class, and he's done all, you know, so he really wants to kind of prove that he can be this leader. But he soon finds out that, you know, he's through some choices that he makes, that he's in over his head. He's going to need his staff sergeant more than ever. He's got to lean on him. He's a pillar. And I think that's where things start turning around, where they start collaborating together and trying to, you know, get themselves out of the situation and get, you know, their mission, which is to save these hostages.